Hey guys, me Kickassreaction here, and we are back with part 3 and the final part of chapter 1 in Danganronpa, as I'm going to be finishing off both the investigation, the trials, and all the good stuff in this part. And so yeah, you notice that we're in a different point in the game than I was when I finished off the last part, and that's because I actually realized I stopped at a point where you couldn't save the game inside the bathroom, so I had to go back and replay a little of the previous day before this could happen. Now, there's nothing really gameplay-wise that's changed. The only thing that's a little different is I have a few more mono coins than I did before. Like, I think I ended off last part with 3, and now I have 5, so that's pretty much it. You know, everything else is all good to go. There's nothing different. So yeah, anyway, we're just going to continue this on, and I didn't start the game before. I didn't start the part before, you know, loading the game because I didn't have anything really to say beforehand this time around. So yeah, anyway guys, let's continue on. So now we're just going to go in the bathroom and start off where we ended off. So you guys are going to get to see this a second time. How fun. Yep. Big oof, there she is. It took me a second to realise that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then, everything went black. He did not fucking faint again, did he? My god. I swear, Maokto, if you passed out again... When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a scene that I remembered seeing before. He really fucking... That is the 3rd time in this game he has fucking gone out. Maokto. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. Yep, and now we're in the gym. How lovely. You're awake, finally, are you okay? Now's no time for sleeping, get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well,
it's no surprise, considering what happened. What happened? Yep. Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw, it was real? That's right, it really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shut up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is... dude, if he goes back, faints again and wakes up here again.
Just give up.
I swam. That would be... Honestly, that would be more funny, I think. You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and unvocabulary dead. I have no... Oh. No, I have to see for myself.
What?
Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at the time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone. Oof, what a shitty assistant. None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma told us to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But...
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. That's a fair point, honestly. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do something like that. If you believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I will absolutely not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
listen up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the bear times one rule. Jesus Christ, this dude. Then who did it? Who killed her?
Come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you! Oh, I love Despair so much. I know I'm supposed to despise him, but I can't help myself. He's just that good. Nobody had a reply to that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid. That's...
What?
What's the matter? You guys look like you're about to see a dove got shut up with a Gatling gun. Honestly, it's not far off because there are Gatling guns in the school, particularly at the entrance. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began?
Yahoo!
One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well...
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to the little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Someone... Someone killed someone? Yeah. No shit, Tucker. Someone killed someone. It is amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right?
Huh?
Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Oh, nothing's that easy, you little shit. Love the fucking laugh of this dude. Oh my god. Why are you laughing? It's cause... Naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey, come on now.
You're super naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing.
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part of the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps...
You are referring to the rule number 6 of the school regulations. Yep, it's the rule about being discovered. If you are blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you're talking... Oh, Celeste is talking right now. That is what you are talking about, is it not?
In other words...
Bingo! It's not just enough to kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with.
Yahoo!
So, a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder. And they and the spotless students will engage in one big debate showdown. Yep.
During the trial,
Oh, what the
you'll
hell is
have
this?
to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is.
I don't even think these models represent anyone in the game. Like, I guess the guy kinda looks like Makoto a bit, but the girl looks like no one we've seen before, honestly.
And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life.
Yep.
However, If you choose poorly,
You're
then the one
gone.
who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment.
Yep.
Which of course means your school life will come to an end.
Yep, so it's an all-out just 1v1 at that point, really. Either you kill the one who was blackened, or you be killed yourselves and they get away.
As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it. Well...
So, what exactly is punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply,
What?
it's execution. Oh, I fucking love how blunt he is. Execution?
What?
And by execution, there's no other way of putting that, Chihiro.
Execution is execution.
Yeah.
Execution.
There's no other way of construing that word. You fucking murdered. Splat. Gone. Bang. Boom.
Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
God, are these actually foreshadowing murders in the future? Are all of these options about to come up at some point, honestly? I wouldn't be surprised. So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well,
What a smart little chimpanzee you are! Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system. Or an inquisition type of thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. Okay, let's see it.
Hey,
Oh, alright. Well, wait, hold on a second.
The hell are you talking about?
You're freaking insane, you know that?
huh?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What?
Seriously, what the fuck? I love how even Monokuma's like, bitch, you are dumb. What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
The hell are you talking about?
What? Punishment? I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Whatever you want, I'm not going to be part of this.
I don't believe it!
That's a lot better than what the text read, honestly.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear.
Shing!
But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us. Although it was more of a waddle. I wish we could see that on the sea. It looks fucking hilarious. And oh, great censor, by the way. Great censor. My god, the fucking black hole of Calcutta right here.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you?
And of course, it's all voiced right now.
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed.
Yep.
You violated a school regulation.
You just fucking... Oh, you just sentenced yourself.
I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear.
Jesus Christ! Oh, that's the worst way to go than Sayaka, to be honest. It's not even a mystery. That face, though. Oh.
This wasn't supposed to... Why? Me?
Seriously, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. Oh, suddenly, I should say. And just like that, she never moved again. Yeah.
No way!
Alright, so some of my memory was a little fuzzy on this, because I knew Junko died, but I honestly thought she went before Sayaka. I guess not. Oh, wait, why did I... Why didn't I spend time with her in free time then, for fuck's sake? Oh, I knew she was going soon as well. I should have just spent time with her. Oh, too late now. But what the... I don't... This can't be real.
Well now.
Now I am painfully aware of the great power of a meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know. But I guess you all intended to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right? Pretty much, yeah. I mean, you can't
Now
get...
you see just how serious I am.
Yeah, it can't be more laid out for you, honestly. If fucking blowing up in Mondo's face before
Defy
wasn't a
me
thing.
And you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc.
Only guarantee is that you're never killed the same way twice.
So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Such a shame, honestly. Junko had fucking potential. She was like the, you know, the classy, just bitchy type, but she wasn't like full on just a fucking dick, you know? Like, she actually was pretty nice. Oh, that's a shame, and I don't know why. That hair just looks weird. You know, because it's just all flopping up when it, I guess, should be laid out. I don't know. Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. All lavishly pink. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. Jesus, that's dark. I mean, he's not wrong, but... just spelling it out like that, seriously. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die, man. Are they referring to Marvel when just everyone fucking comes back to life at some point? Sometimes, like, just minutes after they die, because... Yeah, Marvel has the kill, but no, like, staying dead rule, kinda, you know what I mean? Comics, anyway. This is reality!
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind. Nice.
I knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time?
Damn it!
Come on, what do you take me for? I'm a Monokuma.
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in the search for the Blackened. Oh, a Monokuma file. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I'd like to call it...
The Monokuma file!
Pretty much, yeah, everything is branded in some way of mono. Love it. I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing. One of us is. So you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because everywhere's got a camera, obviously. Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down. Yeah, in case you haven't been paying attention yet, there's cameras in every fucking square inch of the school already, you know? We've only covered like 12 of them by now. Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. Yeah, just, Kyoko just accepts everything this bear says because she knows, like, A, there's no point, like, arguing with him, and B, it's like, he really has no reason to lie to anybody at all. The judge has to be the one to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well?
Now Now please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any other choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, well, meet up for the class trial in a little while. Wow. No regulation, no specific time like an hour or two, just whenever I get bored of you guys looking around. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. There was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even with such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey.
Yep. Now's no time to swallow in your depression. That's because, again, she's probably seen corpses before. And not even corpses, she's probably seen murder and suicide before too. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
In other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think and talk about all the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you, anyone who can't adapt will die? Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right, we need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do it. Sure thing, bro, sure thing. I get the feeling you won't be lasting much longer, to be honest. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. Alright, and we are officially at the investigation section. Let's go. And okay, I guess I can speak to everyone right now.
Hey.
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. Yeah, but they already would have done that, you know. The death took place at night, so they had all the time they needed to get rid of whatever they needed to.
Hey.
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. Wow. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
What?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Fuck you.
So then.
Yep, the two strongest beasts going at it, and literally the only one that could probably take down Mondo, to be honest. Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op based defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP, seriously. They could kill everyone else, honestly, if they wanted to. Right here, right now, Like, honestly. Sakura could just murder the entire fucking, like, room right now and just be gone. But we're lucky she's so humble. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Alright, I'm assuming I can still speak to everyone?
Anyway,
We're going to find out who the killer is. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. Yep.
oh,
So you finally noticed?
What the crap?
Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
huh?
Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? Our room, yep. Makoto's room. She died in Makoto's dorm. What? She's right. What? Could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid, yeah, you... You're be sounding sus right now. You expect us to believe that? Just tell the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier, even Kyoko, and that probably stings the most, honestly. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned, in other words. You think I did it? Pretty much. How could you do that to me, my sweet, sweet Celeste? Relax. Nothing's been decided yet. We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. If we find out who did it, then only that person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution.
What the heck?
That's what that ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid. Alright, they're all pretty much saying the same stuff right now, so I'll just speak to Leon real quick and then I'll be done.
Are you serious?
So we're really gonna try and find out who did it? Alright, yeah.
Just a second.
Oh. Before we begin the investigation, isn't there something else we need to discuss? I honestly don't know right now. Junko? I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her waist to check for a wrist, sorry. I checked her wrist to search for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. Yeah, I think it's better that she died right now, honestly. There's like no nurses or anything in this school, you know. It's better to be gone and done quickly than to bleed out excruciatingly. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Yeah, I didn't even think of Hero, but it's finally come to him that this is fucking real. You cannot deny it anymore. She's dead? Then that means... That means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real? Hell no, someone save me. Let me out of here. Oh my god. Somebody help me.
what's your problem?
You're just now accepting that?
So then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka, yep. Alright, so Kyoko was just talking about Hero needs to fucking realize the situation right now because we need everyone to figure this out together. Oh, that's great. I'm surprised I didn't think of him, honestly. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come up to a final conclusion. If we get this wrong,
so...
well, do I really have to say any more?
Actually,
I'd rather you didn't, no.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. I like that. We need to split up. Instantly goes on her own. You know, because that's just the boss she is. I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence...
You're fucking dead.
They'd better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and carve their goddamn skull in myself. Yeah, and then, you just go in yourself, obviously, bro. I'm serious. I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. Are you really implying
very suspicious.
it was you? I'm telling you, it wasn't me. What the fuck is that? Oh man. Honestly, that might be the best face of the fucking game so far. Jesus Christ. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check just to check. Oh, you got time to kill. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out. Wow.
Oh, yeah?
What? Why haven't you blacked out right now then? You all just saw Junko fucking die in front of you and bleed out, but you haven't blacked out at all. You are a goddamn liar, Toko. You are a fucking liar. Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Damn! Alright, I guess we better get going. That was a good burn, honestly. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? Because it's your room, man. Like, come on. Otherwise, everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution.
No other way of saying it.
Electric chair. Bzz, bzz.
Yeah, we already saw that. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Alright, so we got 2 more potatoes here. The time of death was around, okay, 1:30 in the morning. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. Wait a minute. I'm thinking of it right now, honestly, but how did we even get into the room to begin with? Because, yeah, I'm thinking about it, is that Sayaka was killed in Makoto's room. The killer left the room and closed the door, right? But the door key was still... Makoto's door key was still in Sayaka's room. How did Makoto open the door to get to Sayaka in the first place? Unless in an investigation, whenever someone dies, Monokuma just opens every door in the school. Probably that. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Nice. Monokuma file has been added to the truth bullets of your handbook. Alright, that's almost definitely trial stuff right there.
Help me!
I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. Hiro doesn't seem to be prepared to do any kind of investigation right now. Yep, and of course, Chihiro will probably be no help either. Aren't you going to help aren't you going to help investigate, Chihiro? I can't leave Junko behind. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Yeah, it really is a shame we lost her that soon. She was honestly one of the more interesting ones, or at least the ones I was interested in, to be honest. Alright. Oh, and we just get sent to the room. Yep, I better examine the state of the room a little closer. They might reveal something new. Well, it's obvious a struggle took place here. You know, you got the katana on the floor, you got the key. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly. Ah, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. Well, obviously. If that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Well, like, how did we get into the room in the first place? Oh, and I just noticed Kyoko in the back. Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for... Oh, okay, yeah, of course. The door wasn't locked then, I guess. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Yep. After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it, or open it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something? That makes no sense whatsoever. You left when she was there and you locked the door behind, or you closed the door behind you. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Alright, so I guess that's evidence. Switching rooms has been added. Alright, I don't know if the game, because it's obvious you can probably fail the trial in some capacity, but I don't know if you're allowed to miss any evidence or not before going in. And obviously right now, fucking hell, obviously right now this gives you a bunch of, you're just allowed to check everything you can scan in the room anyway. The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence it's been used, which makes sense. I mean, I guess it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then?
What?
Not just me.
What?
Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we? Alright, cool. That's a nice piece of info right there. So everything, literally everything needs to be investigated. Yeah, I'm just checking. There's no one behind Sakura right here. Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than it was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? Oh, what an idiot. I already looked at that. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. Nice, okay, yeah, so just... She's not investigating, so she's staying completely neutral. That's good to see. This is the replica sword that I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now. Shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off the parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. Remember, the coating sticks to you even if you touch it just a little bit. Alright, that's cool. I assume the sheath doesn't need to be examined then. Oh. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Oh, okay, same thing. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Replica sword sheath has been added. Okay, so, let's see. The struggle itself, we'll search the scratches on the wall. The wallpaper's ruined. There are scratches and gorges on my wall and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Obviously. It looks like there must have been some kind of a fight in the room. Damn it, I was right in the other room. If I'd only heard something,
Wait.
that would not have been possible. Huh? Yeah. It was already said by someone, I forget who, but yeah, the rooms are 100% soundproof. All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in one room next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Yep. Evidence of a struggle has been added. Okay. Alright, so is all the... I don't imagine all the evidence is just in this one room, right? Because we've already got a bunch of bullet things right now.
By the way.
You know, I just realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body. I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of a bitch!
That dirty bastard! Anyone who raises their hand on a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead.
And if I ever find a son of a bitch who did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if... I didn't think of that, good point. What if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Nice, no rebuttal. It's not my place, you know? So that's kind of the what if there. If it's a guy that did it, Mondo. If it's a girl that did it, Sakura. And of course, we got the girl here. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But... oh,
What are
that's
you
a good
doing?
shot. Another, lovely sensor right there.
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of the
Did
room.
you lose a contact or something?
What? What? I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up and said,
Listen.
"Are you a clean freak?" Yep, okay. The fact that there's nothing on the floor suggests lint roller's been used. That's what she's looking for. Oh, she was looking for hairs, dust, dirt, like any kind of indication of any kind of fabric or DNA on the floor. Huh? No, I don't think so. But what? Nothing. She glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting.
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Yep. What do you mean?
so...
I've searched your floor room one corner to another, and I didn't find a single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I've never touched it. Could someone have used it?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Or obviously it's the killer. Like, regardless if Sayaka did it beforehand, a struggle in the room would indicate that some hair would fall on the ground. Alright. A little weird we needed Kyoko for that, but sure, we could just... because we already knew the lint roll had been used, so I mean... come on. Yep, so we gotta investigate the body itself. No, I can't let it get to me. That was an even weirder sensor right there. Yeah, so obviously the letters on the back spell Leon. I figured that out on my first playthrough, to be honest. That is stupidly obvious right there. Like, obviously this is a trial, or a tutorial kind of trial, so it's pretty obvious what the words spell out. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. I just want Mondo to come out screaming, "If you faint one more fucking time." But I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I decided to give... if I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse. But that thought held me up and supported me. Alright, yep, so... okay, it is just that. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind me, and there I saw... yep, Noel. Written in blood was the numbers 11037. I guess it kind of does look like that, but there's literally a connection between the two ones to make an N, so I really don't get how that's confusing. Did Sayaka do this? Honestly, I'm not even sure what the white stuff connecting them together is. It's not pink. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's not the time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into. I mean, it's obviously a kitchen knife. And according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. The wrist does look swollen and bloody, so that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Yep, the glitter from the sword. Another thing that concerns me is there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? I mean, come on, bro. You can put together she wrote a message out at least. Come on, the stab wound in her stomach is what killed her. So when she broke her wrist, that must have been earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist have gotten broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during a struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Yeah. I mean, like I said, even not figuring out what the numbers mean, you can obviously affirm that Sayaka wrote that. You know, it's not that hard to think of, Makoto.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers, that's most likely Sayaka's dying message. What do you mean by dying message?
So...
It's something a victim writes before they die, usually a way to tell people who killed them. But generally, whoever writes it doesn't make it very obvious. Well, she failed spectacularly in that one. They'll either write it somewhere the killer wouldn't notice, or write it in a code or something. Well, that's pretty incredible.
Hey.
Have you ever heard of Ellery cream? I cannot say I have. Who?
Whew.
Never mind. Wow. Wow! Okay. Not gonna elaborate.
It would seem...
I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? Nice. But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? Yep, 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. She wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her. It means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well...
Think about it. You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
The game needs to be fun, Makoto. You need to uncover the mystery, in this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what she's trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. It's very interesting that, for whatever reason, in this case in particular, yeah, Kyoko wants Makoto to gain closure on Sayaka, which is very interesting. She's not just a case of figure out to save her own life, she has ulterior motives, specifically ventured to Makoto. And it kind of goes into my theory that, you know, like, Celeste is interested in Makoto to find out how his luck stat compares to hers, but Kyoko wants to harness that luck stat as likely being the key to get them out of here, and possibly join her in her own profession. Again, what that be, you know, detective, investigation, squad, you know, assassin, anything like that. It sounds like Kyoko knows about what Sayaka's dying message means, yep. But honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? I mean, yeah, it literally doesn't look like it's on, right? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck. Oh, yeah, that's one thing she couldn't account for. Gets stuck. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Okay, that's the one piece of evidence even Kyoko had no idea about.
Correct.
So the door doesn't fit the frame right, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm saying you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the door. And yep. Huh? The doorknob. Click. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious it was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that? Just a fucking murder, you fool.
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? Yep, but they thought they were in Sayaka's room, whoever was the killer. Leon. She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I just have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is, only you and Sayaka knew about that.
Hmm?
Interesting. I love this woman already. I really can tell that, probably through my love of Kurisu and because I've seen more kind of stuff in general now, I love Kyoko a lot more than I did the first time around, honestly. This girl is just... mwah. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. She's already put this whole fucking thing together. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
Then that clears that up. Or, you know, she just has she has a passion for solving mysteries, and this is obviously one that has higher stakes than any she's found in her life before. Get that adrenaline pumping. Huh? What clears what up?
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Alright, bathroom door has been added. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good one-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into the murder weapon, looking where the murder weapon might have come from. And also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. I mean, could argue it was still private, of course, you know. It doesn't need to be seen. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks. If they're even talk to me, that is. Alright, so we'll just take a truth bullets. Okay, this is the Monokuma file. Let's see, what's it got? The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The death was estimated to be around 1:30 in the morning. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. The death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen, and the right wrist appears to have been fractured. And then we've got all of our evidence right here. Alright. And that's pretty much it for now. Yeah, we'll leave the area. I just want to make sure that, let me see. Can you open anyone's door right now? I mean, you don't know that. Check everyone's room, you idiot. Oh, hello. Hello, Byakuya.
Strange.
So, why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you've got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if what you're saying is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Damn! Damn! After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? Nope. She's dead because of me? Then it should have been me that died? Oh, I love Byakuya. He has no fucking filter whatsoever, and he's just breaking the psyche of a lot of the characters. This is so cool. I love his analysis. Oh man, I'm not into men, but exceptions can be made to rules, guys. Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. That's that's really true, then I... Ah, okay, let's see. And then we got the likely culprit right here. Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Very strange. Mr. Naegi, what was Miss Maizono doing in your room? Let me just say this. I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. Do you really think I'm guilty? Yep, pretty much. Alright, so Leon did mention the nameplate. So let's do this. Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Yep, so... Oh, that's interesting. She, Okay, yeah, Makoto didn't know they switched the nameplates. Okay, I didn't even pick up on that myself. What can I... Yeah. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched? So all the effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless? But why would anyone do that? Nice, alright. Dorm nameplates have been added to Truth Bullet section of your handy book. Very nice, very nice. Looking very good and nice and nice. Let's see. So yep, this is the trash room. Let's see, we've got a camera. Obviously, I might as well check them all. I mean, there's no reason not to. There's a hatch on the floor. Door won't budge. It must be locked. That's interesting. So I guess, yep, that'll come up later on. In another investigation, probably. There's a sturdy gate here. No way to get past that. Honestly, that's a pretty good place to hide a body, to be honest.
Monokuma appears!
It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go
Damn.
any further.
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
Damn. What the fuck?
No,
Who's on cleaning duty?
You can't go any further.
Oh, I love this silly head. This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further.
Yeah, we get it, okay, bro. Calm down. We aren't going any further. That's fucking hilarious, honestly. Alright, is this... Yeah. Looks like some kind of switch. I wonder what it does. Oh, gives me a coin. Very nice. Even here's a damn monitor. Yep, you gotta look at every nook and cranny, of course. I mean, after all, the trash room was the best place to dispose of evidence, so of course there'd be a monitor and camera to go along. Let's see, so, yep. Ifumi just said, trash room, he must be on trash duty. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room.
Here we go.
Why, of course. It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the room gate. The trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get into the trash room? And the only person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So, in other words...
Actually. Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered. It's a perfect way to store evidence about being able to...
That's it.
Look. That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. Yep. The thrill would disappear, and things would become boring. boring.
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Hey, fatty, what do you think? What do you want the cleaning duty gig? Anyway, Jesus Christ. Leon, you don't have to be such a dick, man. Come on.
Oh.
I know he's overweight, but Ifumi seems like a decent bloke. And I haven't spent any time with him, but probably a decent guy. I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You...
Liar! I know why you did it!
Is it, like...
You want to dig through all the girls' trash, looking for, you know, and poking around at it? Wow. I can't decide if that's a better accusation than being the killer at this moment, honestly. But honestly, he is a pervert, so it makes sense.
There's no way to think about this in a common
Wow.
sense kind of way.
All my love is for 2D, you fucking idiot.
You know what I mean.
I can't blame him, you know, I'm simping for Celeste right now, who is also 2D. But my god. But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to...
Completely unforgivable.
Wow, I would never tire of 2D! After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. What the hell? Oh, I love ya. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's an easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them for picking up the trash to disposing of it. Makes sense, yeah.
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? That's not how it was supposed to. Anyway, on another topic, good one, yep. Sakura's just like the ultimate guard in every fucking scenario because of how big she is and buff. It's so cool. But also of how neutral she is as well, which I do love. Hifumi, since you were the one on cleaning duty, I have a favour to ask you. What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. And you haven't spent any free time with me yet, you fool. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
You...
Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. I'm surprised Leon and Byakuya didn't accompany us, honestly. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. I have no idea what he's referencing. Please hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Hifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then... freedom inside.
Mr. Naegi! Without a doubt.
Surely you ain't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along! No. I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tricked... Ooh, sorry. If the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, what? What? Maybe a parallel world? Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. What the fuck did... what? Where'd the parallel world thing come from? Whatever. Oh, well there's some evidence right there. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a piece of... something. A burnt piece? Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love? Alright, that reference I did get, but what the hell. You're not taking this seriously at all, you fool. Anyway, this is... looks like a piece of cloth. And the shape, it's obviously a shirt. It's part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. Well, we know that isn't Hifumi off the bat because it, you know, doesn't fit him, this isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. At least it rules him out. Yep, and we've got a crystal ball. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Yeah, that's definitely Heroes.
Is this perhaps...
Do you know what this is? They say if you collect all... Fucking hell, the references do not stop. I actually noticed now, the 7 Dragon Balls get the dragon to give you an omnipotent wish. A dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thinking you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on the quest to find that one guy. Again, another reference that goes over my head. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should still be in the gym. I'd better go figure out for sure. Go find out for sure. Shattered crystal balls been added to the truth bullet section of your handy book. Very nice, very nice. Oh, my headphones. Alright, but we're not done looking here. We still need the incinerator itself. This is the incinerator. It's away. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. Ah, and it's on right now. Do you see the green and the yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Someone turned on the incinerator! Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Ifumi, you do realise what you just said?
Huh?
No, you said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Ah, yes. About that, there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
That voice, oh, that's great. Oh, that should be the default voice, honestly. Give him the nice, sexy voice. Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down here to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has the key to open the gate...
Most suspicious.
Yeah, you're like baiting yourself right now, bro. Seriously. So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Yep. I mean, it's pretty obvious that, you know, someone threw the shattered ball on the button, and the only person with an aim that good would be the ultimate baseball star, aka Leon. This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt cloves weren't.
Completely unforgivable.
What does it all mean, Mr. Miyagi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
That's it. I'm sure of it.
Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out of his comic book fantasies. Seriously. Such a silly head. Like, what you said baits you fucking idiot, man. You're baiting yourself right now. Let's see. What's left? Like I said, I don't know if we're under an actual time limit or not for the trial, and if we can miss some things. Hey, Hina. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break actually. I've been taking a break since we started, so you've done nothing. This is all a first for me, you know. I don't have a first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in a dining hall helps me calm down. So I know I shouldn't be, but I've just been kind of hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Okay. Let's see, the clock. Yeah, that's what I've been wondering, honestly. Like, didn't say a limit or anything. Honestly, Monokuma is the ultimate troll character, honestly. He wants you to get this, but doesn't want to tell you how much time you even have to do it. And obviously, there's a kitchen knife missing. There are some kind of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or... I better see if anyone here knows more about it. Yep, obviously that was the one that was thrusted in Sayaka's fucking torso. Alright, just making sure nothing is missed. A lot of lovely succulent meats. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope, last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, yep, which proves I didn't take it. I mean, doesn't prove you didn't take it from the dining hall. Doesn't mean you prove you didn't kill. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? Why the fuck would I say yes to that, you fool? Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
'Cause, I mean...
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her, so she's made up her mind already. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Fair enough. Yeah, it's like, it is a classic kind of setup as well. So it's very interesting we're going down that route for the first case as well, that, you know, we are already pulling off like a setup kind of scenario. You know what? Call me inappropriate, but I'm gonna play some games. I'm gonna use these last mono coins. I also didn't check everything in this room before, honestly. I only went to the gumball machine. I know this is a complete tone kill, but still I'm doing it. Why not? I got coins to kill. Something down here as well. There's gotta be something here to help with the case. Guess not. But a coin. Very nice, very nice. A vending machine. I don't think that's going to help me solve the case. Yes. It won't help with the case, but it's still a fun game to take our mind off it. So let's see what we got. Okay. Not sure what that was. The bell? A fucking whip? Oh my. Alright, so that goes to whoever wanted the thong. Paper? Maybe a notepad or something? But we already have those in the dorm rooms. Jeez, I feel sorry, but I don't know what any of this shit is. Okay, that's a sign. Maybe a tea leaf? Alright, a book or a passport? Oh, I get another one, nice. Alright, slippers. Jesus, what the fuck? I got another one? Nice, I'm getting them for free right now. I got the fucking jackpot, let's go! Can I get another one? God damn it. Oh, and we got a 10% chance of repeating some of them. I just noticed what that meant. Honestly, that looked like a gun. Alright, that's cool. I got 2 for free, and all of them were brand new, which is pretty nice. In fact, I am going to look at what I got right now. Alright, Everlasting Bracelet. A handcrafted item made with needle and thread. They say that once you put it on, it will never come off. Alright, Blueberry Perfume. Very popular with men these days, but to be honest, although it does attract the ladies, most guys hate the smell. It attracts the ladies though, which is interesting. God of War Charm. A charm devised to protect by the protective deity of martial arts. Okay, so that's obviously Sakura's present slippers with a small wheel installed in each heel. They were invented to move easily around the house, but there was absolutely no demand for them. Leaf covering. A loincloth meant to emphasize one's manliness. Its simply designed features a single leaf overlaid with a white cloth. That might be Mondo. He's all about the manly kind of stuff. A fucking whip. A whip made of real roses. Even the most beautiful rose thorns. That honestly could very well be Celeste, and I kind of hope that's this. Yeah, this was a gun. A replica of the gun preferred by a famous assassin. An assassin. Interesting. It's not really much good by itself. You can't even cock it. Okay, so like I said, I get the feeling I know who that might be for. Millennium Prize Problems. These 7 important mathematical problems were posed by the Clay Mathematics Institute, with a reward of $1 million for each one solved. Interesting. Maybe Chihiro? Someone's fucking graduation album. Alright, again, I'm gonna assume Kyoko? Let's see, a vise, a tool used to grip and stabilize materials like metal to shape and fix it. Somehow, just the name conveys a strong sense of power. Again, either Mondo or... Oh, I still have the type, what? Oh, I see, they're showing me the items, but I lose them. Oh, wait, did I lose the thong then? When I go into Celeste, she didn't like it. Did I lose it? Fuck, I lost it! Oh, no, I need to get that back again. Alright, so I know some Oh, I shouldn't have done that for a joke, but I didn't realize I lost it. Whatever.
Listen to me.
Do you have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm room has a nameplate on it who shows whose door it is, right? Whose room it is.
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens... Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything. You idiot. Forget everything I just said. Forget! Beam! Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. Ha ha! Yeah, very nice. Jesus Christ, bro. So he had nothing to say, pretty much. Hello. So, do you have any clues or anything? What kind of clues? Let us just agree we do not know who the culprit is and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I do not intend on revealing anything until the class trial. Okay then, do you have any suggestions for me where I should start looking?
Well...
Ugh, so annoying. Must you fumble around fishing blindly for... Damn it. Why am I losing the appeal of this goddess? Damn it. Oh, for God's sake, I hate this. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. The scene of the crime, naturally, but I think the trash room is also worth looking into. The trash room? It is the perfect place to destroy evidence. However, there is one little problem. Which is...
As for me...
That place is filthy. I would rather die than set foot in there. I am trusting all of you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf. That's... Alright, yeah, so unfortunately that was already information that we had. So nothing really there. Alright, so obviously we still have some people to look out for, but I've pretty much already put the case together. Even again, without my kind of foresight into it, this is pretty obvious what happened here. But we still have some questions to ask. Hey Chihiro, I was hoping I could ask you something.
Huh?
Oh, what is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what these numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Anyway, thanks for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? Yep. No, couldn't be. I could not imagine Chihiro killing. Not in the way Sayaka was killed anyway. Like, I could see her maybe, you know, pulling off, like, some next fucking level type shit on how to kill someone. But again, not in the way that Sayaka was killed. Not with a struggle, for sure. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta get out now. I've had enough. Gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. Hey, Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? Huh? That's my crystal ball! But it's all smashed, what the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. Well, don't believe everything you say. So how did it break?
What?
Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan. Georgie Washington. Napoleon. I don't know how to say that last one. He said whoever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Wow. Bro wants to control the world, huh? You are such a silly head. Let's put that aside for now. So, can you say without a doubt that this belonged to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. Probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room. That means anyone could find it and taken it. Shattered crystal ball's been updated. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Yeah, sure, bro. Oh, by the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Yeah, I'm a little afraid to find out as well. Everything I saved up from my fortune telling for 2 full years! What? For a fucking ball. $1 million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it just gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Yeah, I can't feel bad for him either. I really didn't even want to know that myself. That's just pathetic. Alright then. So, even though I've investigated everything, I feel like I do need to go back to the room. Because yeah, we still have the kitchen knife thing that Makoto did not put together for some reason. Oh yeah, he wanted to check out the CD, didn't he? Or the DVD. Oh, I guess I need to go get it from Sayaka's room again. Oh. But not before using the Monokuma coin! Ah. One more time, don't worry. Even if I get more this episode, I won't be using them. But I just gotta do it, man. I love the game. Even though I now have a 10% chance, or sorry, a near 12% chance of getting a replica. But I also need that for the thong. Cool. I'll look at that later. Okay, let's have a look. So we need Sayaka's DVD. And of course we need to examine the body one more time because the kitchen knife, oh, the laundry room's open now. Alright, what we got? One of Junko's magazines, which is pretty cool. There's a swimsuit hanging out to dry. It has nothing to do with what's going on. Obviously, Hina's. Oh, god damn it. Keep getting them. There was other stuff here. Oh, it's just the monitor. The vending machine's still there. Still doesn't have any way of helping solve the case either. One of Junko's magazines. I guess Hero was reading. There's some magazines laying around though. Help there. Interesting. But the fact that it is there means it might come in handy for a later case. It's a washing machine. A washing machine that has nothing to do with the case. Oh, so there's like nothing here? Okay. Still, it's weird they open that room now, if it's not relevant to the case at all. That was a pretty weird loading transition there. Yep. Also, according to the Monokuma file... Oh. Really? So we still didn't put that together? Fucking kitchen knife? Really? Alright. Alright, so... To mine... Oh, I guess I also... Probably should check the, notepad. Why not? Nothing. Okay. I guess the trash, but nope. Alright, all that's left I can think of to look for is the DVD. Which of course is just down here. It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka, I need to borrow this DVD. Alright. Is there anyone I've... Okay, yeah, because Toko isn't involving herself in the case at all. But is there anyone else I might have missed looking for? Yeah, they're there. Obviously, you've got Sayaka's room, the trash room. Where is Kyoko right now? Celeste? AV room? Oh, she's in the... Alright, I'll go to her as well. It's pretty weird how some cases they just don't show certain individuals on the map. Because yeah, when we're looking for Sayaka, they don't think they showed Byakuya either. Or Toko, for that matter. There you are. To kill someone just to save your own life, and I've been living with someone like that? To think I might vomit. Oh, but is what Monokuma said really true? Did one of us really kill Sayaka? If the mastermind really was going to get involved, they would have just killed us on day one. That's a good point. By the way, how's your investigation going? I already told you I don't do blood, so I don't plan on doing any investigating. Besides, I already know who did it.
This is very suspicious.
After all, where was Sayaka killed? In your room, right? What more proof do you need? We already know the truth. Sure, he doesn't trust me at all. Yeah, so some individuals just are doing fuck all in this damn case right now, which is just silly. What is it? Chihiro, Hiro, Hina, and Toko. We have 13 people left, and 4 of them are doing nothing. Actually, no, 5 of them, since obviously Mondo and Sakura are, they're keeping the room clean and whatnot of anyone messing around with it. But there's still 6 people. That's almost half of us not doing anything. That's just silly. So we know they probably won't be involved in the case much at all, or the trial. Yep. So let's see. What was on this thing? Alright, I've already seen this, BG. An image slowly appearing. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there, along with her friends. She had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono
Nice.
is the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Someone else take her place. Suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. Yep. Oh! What the yeah. Sayaka disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed. That's a bit weird. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that's up.
Successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight.
Yep, and it was very thoroughly explained that that is Sayaka's worst nightmare, to be left behind, for all that she's worked for to just come crumbling down and for it to mean nothing in the face of the public eye.
For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
It was Sayaka being gone for so long, likely. Look for the answer after graduation. Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? Was that real? It's a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person could take things this far? Alright, yeah, and I guess now that was all the pieces that we need.
I'm
Wow.
getting tired of waiting. Say we just get started.
Nice.
It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
So I do assume then it's impossible for you to go into a trial without every piece of evidence.
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Cool. The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. Alright, well, before anything else, I keep doing that. I am going to take a quick break and then come right back. So, guys, I'll see you in a moment. Alright, guys, and we are back to continue on. So now it's time for the official first class trial of the game. So let's do this. Open the doors right into despair. You're late, Makoto! We've all been waiting for you! I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's What the fuck, Taka? Seriously. Even he's not hiding it anymore, that sucks. I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? It's Leon. It's Leon, you idiot. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then, please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom,
Yep.
where all your fates will be decided.
Oh, I love this guy.
I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Nice. Alright. Oh, I guess we can still speak. Let's go. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Okay, this is just basic, one, sentence conversations here. So, the school basement has become the darkened stage. We're all here to bear witness to Mr. Naegi's final curtain call. Well then, the time has finally come. Are you ready? Yeah, alright, so I'll just speak to Kyoko then, and then we'll move on. Let's get started. Alright. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Hey,
No, scared isn't quite right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. Yeah, like I said, I get the feeling that Kyoko already has the entire case figured out. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. Because she's not even phrasing it in ways that say, like, your life is on the line here. It's just, you'll never accept the actions that she took, which means that, you know, she is already, like, safe, pretty much. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. And he conveniently just lodged his way into the middle there. That's pretty cool. I like these ones. I don't know. Kyoko's image looks horrible there. You can still see the white from where it hasn't been taken out correctly, but everyone looks alright. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh.
Rather than that, it is not more like a defendant waiting to receive his punishment. Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. And here we are, the trial room, baby. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close, it's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now! Hurry up! Cool. We did what he said and found our seats. Okay. So we got Sayaka, Junko, and someone opposite Makoto. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone could see everyone else. Which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat, while we all stand up. You're all standing, bro. Yep. Jesus Christ, you can see Leon looks so nervous because he's obviously the killer. Even Celeste, that face in Celeste is crazy. Even Byakuya. I wouldn't say he's scared necessarily, but he's very much uneased right now. And so, the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. Yeah, and obviously, yeah, that's quite an image right there. Fucking Toko, Hifumi, and Makoto all in the same section together. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Yep, I think I'm done with my prep. We'll save the game here. Yeah, okay, so I gained skills, didn't I? I gained the skills from the people that I spend time with. Oh, okay, it gives me what they do. Increase damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Increases damage to the opponent. That's interesting. Oh, did I only get one? I thought I had more. Alright, well I have 11 right now, which is pretty crazy. I don't think I need any of them, though. And open the e-handbook, which will, yep, give me all the truth bullets. I think I'm ready to play this. Alright, let's do this.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Alright.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
Roll
then
just
I'll
dead.
punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever
What
did it,
the
raise your hand.
fuck? God damn it, Tucker.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah, it's weird
What's
because
going on with
the fucking
those
pictures are there.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
That is so weird though, honestly.
Friendship penetrates?
Shut up.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
Oh, it was an empty one. Yeah, what the hell?
There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Either there's another person that hasn't been revealed yet, the mastermind, or someone didn't show up on the first day.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Yeah, like I said, either someone didn't show up, or obviously we're gonna meet the mastermind at some point.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial
Let's do it.
begin.
I'm ready. It's about to begin, the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak about everything. Because this isn't just about me, everyone's lives are on the line. Alright, your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes, please. Why is no the first option? As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during the investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the Y button, okay. Pay close attention to each statement, and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls, okay. Alright, alright, so that seems pretty fair. Oh, this is sick. I love how this is presented. Presentation's everything, and this is cool. Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Obviously, yep, that's...
Yeah, we know that part.
yeah, it's obvious.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
Yep.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Okay. Yep, that's obviously the contradiction.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room...
Yeah, it was obvious there was a struggle. There were scrapes everywhere. And an entire
With the way
fucking
things
sword.
have been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
But it makes sense, because Chihiro never even looked at the room itself.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
Nope.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene.
Yeah.
Shouldn't even need explaining.
But that's the thing, Chihiro didn't look at the scene, which is why we have to go over it.
Okay, so what's next?
Yeah, both these two never went into the room at all.
The murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
I know, it's really cool. I cannot wait to get into ones I'm not familiar with, or just ones that aren't just obvious right off the bat. I know I'm going to struggle a lot in this game, because I put everything on mean to begin with, but I'm gonna have fun. We need to determine we need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Obviously a kitchen knife. Kitchen knife set, yep. Okay, they're just giving them right off the bat.
What was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Yes.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
They used a kitchen knife.
How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch.
Alright, I might just let the dialogue all go through. And then do the bullets.
What was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
Okay.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Is there any way to speed this up?
So the killer used some random
There we go.
knife. How could anyone do
Oh fuck, I
something
missed
like
it.
That son of a bitch.
Okay.
So what was used to...
There was some kind of without a doubt.
So the killer used some random...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
That's such a weird, like, phrase to counter.
I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
Yep, because
After
one
the
was
murder,
missing.
We discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
I might have to mess with the settings again during or before the trials, because even then the music for the trial sounds a little too high.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed
Yep.
her, right?
Bro, already deflecting.
Right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can
Fair.
talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Oh, believe
I
me,
don't
bro,
think that's
it
true at
will.
all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can change the whole thing here. It just takes everything off.
You really believe that?
Yeah. She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates, alright. What have we got? You can concentrate by holding down the RB button. That'd be R1 for me. When you're concentrating, time will slow down. Okay, yeah, I did that before on accident, trying to speed it up. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, make sure you hit the weak spot, concentrating. Okay, yeah. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so your brain can take a rest. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty obvious, I'd say. So far, nothing's too difficult right now to figure out. But again, I'm on mean, so I gotta keep that in mind, both for gameplay and
so I
logic.
guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Oh, I see how many
Where does
statements
that
there are
get
in the
us?
right.
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall.
That's the
And then he
wrong statement.
stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
Yes, and it's been decided. We've reached the end.
Yep, not quite. Alright, so let's go.
So I guess there's no question that, but where does that Makoto must have did it in secret?
Boom, baby.
No, that's wrong.
Jesus Christ. I'd probably prefer if he even said counter, honestly, over no, that's wrong. What the
Okay,
fuck?
wait, hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Yep, she said it disappeared while she was in the kitchen. When I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone, yep. They're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking tea in the dining hall, yeah. Which means she knows
Just to
that
be
someone
perfectly clear,
went in
the
there.
knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm kind of with Tagami here. Like, we kind of need specifics, girl.
He definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in
Damn.
it together and lying to protect each other?
Damn, idiot swimmer girl.
Idiot swimmer girl?
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Yeah, that honestly goes into some of the questions I had about how specific cases can go, you know, under what circumstances people, you know, can be killed and whatnot. And the accomplice thing is one of the possibilities I was questioning with a friend talking about the game a couple of days ago.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Yeah, and it really goes into the questions like, you know, how different are the trials going to be from each other? Like, you know, will there include like accomplices, setups, you know, suicides? So we even go into a trial maybe at some point later on. debating on who a killer was, but there was no killer at all, and the person that died did the deed themselves, you know? Or even in the case of accidental kills, like say, you know, you try and kill someone, you fail, and without even killing them yourselves, they end up dying. Say like they fall down a flight of stairs, they fall into their own weapon, or something like that, you know, without directly killing. How is that gonna go? And I'm really curious to see how many different trials under different circumstances there's gonna be in this game, you know, because I imagine they'll go for a little of everything, to be honest.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
You're going way too off track right now. This is just boring because I know everything already, you fools.
Oops! Did I say that out loud?
But it still doesn't deny the possibility, because if there is an accomplice in the case, they would obviously know the case already, and they could easily stir the direction into the killer. And then just, you know, one more person out, they still free themselves, you know? There is no point having an accomplice in any circumstance.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
Yeah.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Nice.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Yeah, it's the one who just fucking spoke up.
Right.
You idiot.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Okay, I don't really see how that proves neither of you took the knife.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
Nope.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
That's true, yep.
I don't think that's a problem.
It's a nice loophole, and depending, you know, later on in the game, I imagine as more people become blackened and die, some people will just start forming groups together to stay over at nights and whatnot and see how they go. And make those public so that people know who to suspect in case anyone does die at night.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Bro, like, I mean, yes for one, but no in this case.
But I'm a girl.
Yeah, he didn't even fucking put together that Sakura's a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
What the fuck?
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Oh, you silly head, Taka.
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Yeah, Sayaka. Be crazy if it was Junko, though. Someone who's not here. Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Yep. Sayaka? Yeah, the person who took the knife was Monokuma. Obviously Sayaka. We didn't need to play that.
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen.
Yep.
As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
she took the knife and hid it.
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Which means, yeah, she was planning on killing, you know, Leon, and then he got the drop on her and killed her.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Yep.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after
Jesus
all.
Christ, Toko. What the fuck? You're so quick to judge. It's insane.
No, you're wrong.
She is going to be no help in future trials, honestly.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're going to blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's going to die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Damn, Yoko only speaks when it's in defense of Makoto in this one.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
I actually don't know what she's referring to about... Oh, the door. Yeah, he's talking about taking off the door frame.
Bewildering?
Or the doorknob.
What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first hangman... Oh, hair, right, hair, yeah, the struggle. Of course, I'm thinking too far ahead right now. Yeah, it's the lint roller. There was no hair, nothing on the floors. As things advance further in the class trial, the hangman's gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Okay. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you will suffer damage and take influence. The gauge reaches 0. Or if you run out of time, you fail. Then good luck and have fun. Alright. Yeah, it wouldn't be suspicious at all to have Makoto's hair at the scene of the crime. Hangman's Gambit. Okay, so we have to, how do we do this? Alright, so... Oh, that's how you do it. Okay, just shoot a couple of times and yeah, it's hair.
Now I understand.
Okay, 3 minutes was a bit generous for that, but sure.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Because honestly, it still seems kind of suspicious having yours and Sayaka's hair in the same room. Indicates you were still there at the same time of each other, which, you know, could also be in the form of a murder.
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
No, that's wrong, because Sayaka was still dead there in the bathroom.
That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Hifumi, you have no idea what's going on. You're just rolling with everyone else.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Nope.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yep, the door, for example, and the fact that his toolkit wasn't opened at all, and the only way you could remove a door frame is, you know, with a toolkit, with a screwdriver.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yep.
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Yep.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yep. Yep, the evidence in question is that the doorknob. Yep.
I got it! evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Yep.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
Only the girls' bathroom doors lock, and because this was in Makoto's room, obviously that wouldn't be a problem.
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Only deflecting, not adding to anything. Come on, Leon.
You still don't see?
You're being
Okay, then.
you're being sus right now.
Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to... Okay, what now? From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one line of contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all the weak spots you see are necessarily false. Okay. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you will also lower your trust. See, I kind of want to do that because there is still dialogue that shows that you probably fucked up or whatnot. But at the same time, I don't want to just mess up the whole thing and then, you know, just make this go on forever. So I'll play to the best of my ability, even though I would like to see the dialogue as well. You have to use your own logic to determine the weak spot of contradictions. Alright. Alright, the bathroom door frame. Let's hear it.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Yep.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
That's true.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
Yep. This is all true so far.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Alright, that's wrong.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
That's wrong. That's wrong. Sorry, that's the wrong one.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
Yep, okay, so we got it already. Alright. Good thing I didn't click on that one, because that would have been wrong, honestly.
Sayaka was first, she then fled into the... Then the killer ran, and they got into the bath. At that point, the killer... Because Sayaka had locked it.
Boom.
No, that's wrong.
Thing almost missed that as well. Never mind. God, at that point, please just say objection.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup. True as true
Nice.
can be.
You sometimes forget he's even here, but I love it when he just pops up to interfere.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door...
I feel like he's already even said that to Makoto, that his luck is just shit, which is the best irony of the game.
That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Yep.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Because the nameplate's changed.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Yep. Alright, so we're going to look again at all the data that we have. The crime takes place in my room. Yeah, they didn't know it took place in Makoto's room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
Well, because one person invites you into a room alone, you don't think it's someone else's room right away.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, What the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Yep.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Pretty much, yep, and that takes Makoto out of the suspicion.
That is a definite possibility.
I loves it. I don't want to admit that I'm wrong, but I won't deny that you have a point.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Precisely. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
No.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
You die.
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
You idiot! No, why would you do that?
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh,
Damn, no! Dude, everyone in the game is out for Hina. My god, fucking idiot swimmer girl from Toko and just Celeste. I feel so bad for her.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Yeah, seriously.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
To be fair, Taka hasn't really committed to this trial either.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
No, because Makoto closed the door behind him and they exchanged keys in the room. I really can't tell what's on his shirt, honestly.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Not possible.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
That's also not true because the whole reason they switched was to not open the door to anyone and because she was terrified.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Shut up.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Just because you two switched rooms, Sayaka's wrist. I'm just checking everything real quick. Yeah, it's because you two switched rooms. Where is that again? Switching rooms.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Yep, same goes for you, Sayaka, no matter who it is. Don't open the door for anyone. Yep, we already know that.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Oof.
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Yep. There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Oh, that's a piece of evidence we didn't collect. Interesting. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Yep, detective shows, assassins, it's coming together a bit for Kyoko.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
I still don't know which one for sure, but I hope I can put it together before it even happens. Also, Mondo, calm down.
When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
Yep. I'm just checking real quick. Okay, no, everything's the same. I guess it's just a little extra loud in the trial for some reason. But I am going to turn it down by 1 just for the trial here.
So, Makoto, did you write
That sounds a lot better.
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature.
Yep, says Sayaka right there.
Sayaka's signature.
Then that note, Sayaka wrote it.
But why? Why would she write that?
To frame you, of
the
course.
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Which also, yep, signifies that it was a male that killed her.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Sure thing, man.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Interesting.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Yeah, I'm not even sure about that myself.
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Very much so.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Alright, here we go. There's another one to contradict. Sadly, it's the girl doing it this time. Dorm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yep.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Alright, so the third one, I guess, is the right one there.
Sayaka and Makoto
switched wrong one.
Correct? But in the note, it specifically says, I see. Then they would have gone exactly.
The room that
Fire!
No, that's wrong.
Such a weird phrase to object, honestly. Like I said, I wish you just said objection.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
No, that's wrong. Such a little bitch.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Yep, she planned all of this out.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
God, the fact that the first trial, the tutorial kind of trial is what this kind of acts as, makes me so curious as to how the trials are going to play out later, because it's obvious it's not going to be just a case of finding out who killed Hill. The first one is a setup, which means the others will also have a lot of twists in them. This is going to be good.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it?
Sayaka. Duh.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Something I want to talk to you about, just two of us, yep. Check the nameplate specifically to make sure you get it.
She tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
Man, this really makes me wish there was like a what-if scenario in some of the Danganronpa cases, because I would love to know how this case would have played out had Sayaka's plan actually succeeded, honestly. This would have been so interesting to see how Kyoko and everyone puts that together.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
Well, it's obviously a struggle.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
No shit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Very obviously, yeah, because it was on the floor and out of its sheath.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself.
The irony, right?
It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The gold on her wrist. Where are we? Like I said, this really isn't that hard of a trial. Like, obviously, I haven't played the trial itself in a long time, but I feel like they are just spoon-feeding you most of this.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Good job, that was actually correct.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Bro, you've barely even contributed to the entire thing. You have no right to say that. What happened in my room and what led to Sayaka's death, that's what needs to make clear. Jesus Christ, this is honestly non-stop, these lessons. Multiple, oh, okay, that's interesting. Only one of the bullets can be refute a proper statement, in other words. From here on out, you have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spot. Okay, that's, yeah. This is where things are going to get a little tricky. Alright. Or you can hold down the LB, then use the left stick. Okay. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will load. Alright. For the purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. I already set it to mean. Okay. Yeah, everything is already on mean for me, so we'll just have to see. Replica sword sheath, kitchen knife, replica sword. Alright, let's see what they're saying.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack!
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back.
Yeah, the sheath, because the sheath had wear on it, didn't it?
Kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
No, you have to look at the sheath. Because there was some wear on the sheath, wasn't there?
When the fighting broke out, the culprit, and that's when the first blow, a sword-based sneak attack.
Fire!
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Huh? Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Yep.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Yep, and that means the one with the kitchen knife struck first. Sayaka.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
I love Mondo's just speech pattern. It's so good.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
I really hope he lasts a long time in the game.
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Sayaka.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out.
Oh god.
The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there.
He cannot even imagine. He cannot comprehend fucking Sayaka doing
They
it.
took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
But then why would Sayaka ever take the knife from the kitchen in the first place?
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
There's no gold on her other than her wrist.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Because there's no gold
Like
on
I
the
said
sword.
Before, the gold
Gold on
coating
the
on that
palm.
sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Nope. Because water also goes off at night.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
What?
No, that's not it at all.
What? What the actual fuck?
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't
Oh!
been in the shower here yet.
What? Girl, you've been here for like a week now. And you're in the same bloody clothes too.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Wow. I don't know, it's okay. That's pretty gross, to be honest.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
In no way is that a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used... But hold
Oops.
on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka. I really don't get why they're giving us these options here and so frequently, because it's obvious who did it.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen
Yeah, like
knife?
some of these are a little too obvious to really need, like, the options.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Yep.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Oh, yes.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
Our sweet little assistant wasn't so innocent.
And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms.
Yep, it was a setup. Look at Leon's face, bro, shitting himself and... Okay, Byaku was next to Celeste.
The reason she wanted to switch rooms
Was to frame you.
was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Yep, you're the only one that trusted her pretty much, you know? All that time spent with her manipulating you, bro, and you falling for it so easily.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplate.
Try not to be a simp so much, bro, unless it's for the girl talking right now. Or the other one, you know.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying.
Everstein.
And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out, while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
It's honestly not a bad plan.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
But no one would believe that.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
Damn.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Pretty much, yeah, you're pretty much right on the money there, Tsunami. It's also because she had, you know, she had history in some fashion with Makoto as well, and he just happened to be kind of a little bitch.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Yeah.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Did they just not make any kind of smug sprite for Toko and just inserted the fucking turn-on one? Like, seriously, look at that face.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Yep.
Because...
Face it, bro.
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument!
I don't think they have, honestly.
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Don't you want to see them all struggle to put the entire truth together? Not just who did the deed, the whole scene, full picture, all that good stuff, Mr. Monokuma?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Let's see, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Oh, and this is a non-stop debate? Okay. Trash duty. Oh, the dying message, okay. That is the last piece. I actually, for some reason, I was...
decide who did it.
I was missing that right now.
There just aren't any more clues, right?
Yep. Right there.
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Nope, only 5 minutes.
Die! Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Don't worry, there's one more clue, and it's the one that literally gave the entire fucking case away in the first minute.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who, but there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong.
Yep.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Dying.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
Yep.
11037. Written in her own blood. There
Yeah.
must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
It was right there as well. So either Sayaka, like, died after the killer already left, Or they just really didn't notice those fucking 2 obvious letters that, you know, were exposed, which is really weird.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yeah, because there's blood on her finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Because they're not numbers, they're letters. And if you flip them over, you get Leon.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
I almost wonder if it's a kind of translation error that this happened, because obviously, you know, in Japan there's a different, obviously a different lettering system, so I'm curious if, because she wrote them down in the English alphabet, that's why the characters couldn't put that together, because obviously this is just obvious to, like, me, you know, and I'm sure, like, everyone else who played in English, this is a pretty easy case.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just, look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first 2, 1, 1, look less like 2 numbers and more like 1 letter?
Yeah, there's the conjoining middle thing for the N. Again, it's in pink for some reason. Sorry, it's in white for some reason.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
And with that, it's over.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Wow.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Calm down, bro.
Even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Unless they're all letters.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Do it.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
There's literally only one name that can fit. Also, yeah, how unlucky is it that Leon was the one that killed her? Because, like, if anyone else did that, she would have been fucked writing that message. Because either people's names are too damn long, or there's too many complicated letters to write down backwards while you're dying. You know, so it had to be Leon. Otherwise, honestly, we might not have figured it out. Okay, we can actually select Makoto, which is pretty funny. Oh my god, we can select people that have already died. That's really interesting. Yeah, that might be a thing for future cases, because of, in case people who have already died were the killers. Oh, I can't wait if we get a case like that. I'm going to be so hyped. I'm really excited for future cases, because I feel like, I know I'm going to fuck them up a lot.
Solving this mystery was
But I'm
simply
hyped.
rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the
Leon.
letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What?
Yep.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Too late, bro. You barely even said a thing in this trial bun deflect, but you still got caught.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Yep. And now you're panicking.
No, it's not random at all.
Give up, man. It's over.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it.
Probably both as a way of feeling guilty for Makoto, and also her only way of taking revenge on the one that took her. It was like, yeah, if I'm going down, I'm making sure everyone else fucking takes you down.
In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped.
And again, it's nigh impossible to do that with, like, anyone else's name in this game. I guess Mondo, honestly. Mondo's the one that you could probably do that for, too.
Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Also, Jesus, you gotta think how much blood that took for her to perfectly write down the letters like that. Jesus.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The hair. Yeah, the lint roller, where is it? Oh, I passed it. Oh. Oh, oh, fuck, I messed it up. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's the button up.
I got it!
Oh, that sucks. I had like a perfect run in there.
The shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
Yeah.
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Oof. Bro's already about to have a panic attack, to be honest. That's exactly the same kind of button-up you're wearing right now, bro.
One scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty.
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it
Yeah, but
belongs
no
to.
one's panicking the same way you are,
You're
bro.
right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Also, that's actually interesting. I can fuck up 10 times before the trial ends. I'm playing on mean, so I really wouldn't think it'd be that generous.
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
Not unless you're the ultimate baseball star, Leon.
You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
No, because again, that we don't have the whole thing, but that button-up sleeve was way too fucking thing to belong to Hifumi.
Interesting.
Yeah. Alright, so now we get to the crystal ball, I believe. Shattered crystal ball, yep. This music as well is pretty cool.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Yep.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had
Was
the
you
trash
idiot.
key was
You.
me?
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't bring up that possibility, like, when we were in the scene as well, which was kind of weird. It's not impossible. Let me see. I need to see the options
Key to the
again.
Trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have.
So the only one who the person in charge of the
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
Boom.
No, that's wrong.
There we go. We got it as a crystal ball.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yep. Just gotta throw something far enough.
Yes, you could. If you used this.
And that is
What is it,
literally...
some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But How would you use it?
Throw it. It's nigh impossible to make that shot unless you're the ultimate baseball star.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Yep.
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Very strange. Oh yeah, it was on, wasn't it?
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
Yep.
Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the
That
shirt
is
and toss it in.
basically indisputable evidence right there.
Come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went
And
inside the trash room.
And bro is saying nothing to disprove any of these statements
the
right
shards
here.
of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
Also, my god, my god, who put Chihiro with like the tallest guys in the entire fucking game? Like, my god, that's actually so funny to look at.
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small.
Oh, it's so tiny.
Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
The ultimate baseball star.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Oof.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Yep.
You can't be serious.
Sorry, man. You seem like a decent
not
guy.
the killer.
But it's time for you to go.
These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you.
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed.
Yeah,
now,
we're done
here's
here.
What happened.
Okay. The closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes, please. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll complete the summary of the case. You'll have to produce the flow of the events in the form of a... Oh, I do remember this! Yeah! Yeah, we gotta put the pieces of the book together. Okay. It's even funny, yeah, because they've brought up comic books specifically a whole lot of times in the, in the story already, so we gotta do this. Let's see. How do we do this? Alright, so we start with Leon coming into the room. She struggled. She went for the kill. Alright, so we need... that, yeah, because he's looking... It's interesting that it's shown as a comic, but it's formatted like a manga when it goes right to left. Alright, so he blocks with the knife. Yes, yes, yes. Strikes the wrist. My god, these shots are disturbing. Look like a fucking Wendigo or something from Until Dawn. Let me see. Strike. Then what? Okay, yeah, she's on the side. I believe that's right. How many more to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Okay, we have one that we don't need. Interesting. So let me see. Where was I again? Oh yeah, she goes into the room. And then... Okay, you can't open the door. So he gets in. I think it gets in. He throws his shirt away. But then... No. She writes down the message then. Oh, no, sorry. I didn't see that right there. So that's there. So that must be the one that doesn't need showing. Alright, then what? Yeah, he rolls everything up. Makes a near impossible throw. Yep. Crystal ball in there. Jeez, I've been going for like 2.5 minutes now. Okay, yep. He makes another near impossible throw. And the final piece of evidence is left. So I believe the only one left is she doesn't need the knife. So let me just look again. Right, so we walk in. That's right. Yep. Yep, he deflects with the sword. Smashes her wrist. Still has the sword. She runs. We break down the door with a screwdriver. She writes a dying message. Lint roller. Alright, everything looks good to me. Alright, let's do this.
Is you.
I hope I got this right.
I think I'd better take.
Oh, we're playing the main theme. Let's go! Oh, please tell me they do that every time. This is sick.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room.
Yep.
From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Yep. And then he blocks it again. Alright, so good so far.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Alright, good. I'm glad I'm getting it all right so far.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it.
That's even more fucked up, yeah, because he had to leave the room, go back to his own room, open his own toolkit, come all the way back, and then break the door down again. Like, bro was literally just out for blood at that point.
Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
Oh, this art style for a comic as well is beautiful. I wouldn't mind reading comics in this style, honestly. It's really nice.
The killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife,
and ended her.
And stabbed Sayaka.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's the one I almost missed out.
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood.
Yes!
Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. but the killer had the confidence to take a shot.
Yep, because they were the ultimate
that's because
baseball
the
star.
killer
Yep.
Was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator.
I mean, even then, by that point, there was literally nothing they could have done to stop that anyway, so that's almost just a negligible point in it, honestly.
The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Nice!
Isn't that right, Leon?
Oh, I love it. Changes to the correct culprit at the end.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right?
Ugh, white, the worst color to get blood on.
Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence?
The evidence is the name,
Without
bro.
evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
We are? I'm actually derping on what she's on about now. Oh, this... I remember this. I remember I couldn't figure out what I had to do on this, honestly. Oh, this is like the game part of the game I was dreading, because I couldn't figure out what I had to do. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB, by the way. Jesus Christ, calm down, Monokuma. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements with the time... This is a rhythm game, okay, no wonder I sucked at it. Okay. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the A button to lock onto the opponent's statement. Okay. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the Y button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent if you... I still don't get what they're meaning, but okay. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep doing this and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Alright. This is probably going to take a little bit. Do enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the Y button to shoot it down with a truth bullet, like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just before you do, if you influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you'll fail. Alright. Oh god, I'm so nervous about this.
When the killer broke the bathroom doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it.
I really hope this isn't like... I hope there's one game per trial. I hope I don't have to do this every trial, because then that would be fucking maddening.
So what did the killer use?
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Nice.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Okay, let's do this. Oh, it's the toolkit, isn't it? His toolkit was used. I just figured out what that meant.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof?
Okay, I think I get it.
You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance!
Oh
It
god,
wasn't
this
me.
sucks.
Stupid! You lie! Shut up! You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Shut up! Stupid! Where's your proof?
Oh, I hate this so much. I don't get what the fuck I'm doing.
Where's your proof?
Okay.
This should prove it.
Oh, I got it. I don't even... Oh, my mind just is not made for rhythm games, honestly, but I did it in the end.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed.
I don't think I got even close to a perfect score there, but fuck it, I don't care.
What kind of tool the killer used to remove them?
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
Yeah, and we already checked our own toolkit before with Mondo and Sakura. I can confirm it was wrapped.
The toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Yep.
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Not to mention the toolkit itself will just be open anyway.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Yep. I love her.
Stupid.
You've been caught, bro. Whoa. That face.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Yeah. That very much was like just a trial, but just a tutorial trial, I should say, but it was alright. I think I did pretty okay in a lot of them. Okay, I got A's everywhere. Not a perfect score, but not bad. Jesus, 97 medals. That'll definitely help next time. Did a cast trial without having to retry a single time.
Looks
Cool.
like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I'm really curious what happens if I click the wrong person, because obviously everyone else would click Leon, but what happens if I click someone else? I'm not going to try that, fuck it, I just got a near perfect score, I'm fine. Yep. Leon. Oh, looks like you got it right on the money. The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kadawada. No idea if I said that right, but fuck it.
Huh?
Yep.
Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
Yep. It was kill or be killed.
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step, and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all. Hey! Come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made right here after all. But when I think about it, honestly, I'd better off if we'd been wrong. Yeah, I don't think you would. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then the truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Yeah, even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like this happen to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
Yep. She was lying to me from the beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. I don't... like, yes and no, right? Like, I feel like she did genuinely want a friend in this scenario, but she just didn't... She knew you were the easiest to manipulate. 'Cause it's very obvious that a lot of Sayaka's dialogue comes off as manipulation tactics, right? But it is also... I don't believe she would have ever got to this point, obviously, if not for the tapes. But it's also a kind of a case to where Makoto indirectly gave her the idea to frame him because he very much made the conscious choice to say he will do whatever it takes to get her out of here. And in her, you know, her anxiety-filled, depressing at that phase, she took that as he would be willing to take the fall for her as a murderer and then get her out, even if it means his own death. And that is the unfortunate circumstance that led to Sayaka even having the idea of killing Leon and framing Makoto in the first place. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy, howdy! The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships? She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say?
Phew.
I understand. Really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. But...
That's enough.
Yeah, seriously, don't be fucking stupid, man. We don't need another person dying just from being stupid. As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough that I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it! That was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwara will receive his punishment.
Punishment?
Yep.
You mean execution?
Yep.
Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? That's exactly what I said earlier. Yeah, he ran back to his room first, so at that point it doesn't even become self-defense anymore. After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to go head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? Kinda, I was trying to get close with you, but yeah, I guess. He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him.
Huh?
What? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Oh, did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well, anyway, more importantly...
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment.
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
Hey, come on now.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star. Why didn't they just finish that sentence off?
No, 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 no.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Yep.
No.
Let's do it. Alright, here we go, baby. Jesus Christ. I feel like the force of that chain would just snap his neck, honestly, anyway. Yep, and here we go. Oh, yes. It's been a long time since I saw this. Jesus Christ. Just shot to death by baseballs endlessly. Until you died. The 1000 blow. Yep. Oh my god. Oh, I can't even imagine how painful that would be. And everyone has to witness it as well. And fucking Monokuma. Yep, blood and baseball alike. Good lord. Yep, everyone's reaction just... Jesus Christ. That might have been the creepiest music of the game, honestly. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I want a full theme of whatever the hell that was. And yeah, we saw everyone's reaction. Kyoko had no reaction, but even people like Byakuya and Celeste, even they had sweat in their eye. Even they sweated at seeing that kind of death. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else can we call it?
Extreme!
Yeah, that works too, extreme. My adrenaline is pumping right out of control. Yep, and now you know the kind of deaths and punishments that await you in the future. But what's going on?
I can't take it.
I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Hey, well, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that. Oh, I don't even need to. He did the perfect laugh there.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
So... Why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to... It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that just doesn't make sense. That was a handful. Or a mouthful. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. It just does... I just don't think it's possible. I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
You piece of shit. I know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this place is insane. You're trapped, aren't you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey,
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Yeah, that's what everyone is waiting for after all.
hey,
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun stuff for later. Sure. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. Jesus Christ, yeah, even Taka'd be that freaked out. Mondo. Hard face, but deep inside. Terrified. Obviously, Shihiro. Not even one tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
just a second.
Huh. Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? Yep, like I said, she had the whole trial figured out way before Monokuma called the announcement. The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. Okay.
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that. Again, yes, both yes, she felt bad for what she did to Makoto. But I also think it's the revenge factor of like, you know, I'm not letting you take me out without repercussion to you as well. You know, so she did it to make sure everyone got Leon back in return for that. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who killed her.
Certainly.
Yep, that's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was certain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic how you think about it, when you think about it. What are you telling me? Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Interesting. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. Oh, I can't wait until we get more into the stuff with Kyoko and obviously Makoto. And like I said, I think I am just going to hard lock that she's going to be one of the characters I want to spend the free time with. I already feel like I have another of her, her presence anyway with the golden gun. But now I have 97 more mono coins that I'm probably going to get at least one more from her. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, say it. Say it. Oh, well. I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Wow. That was good. That was a good way to end Chapter 1. One final homage to Sayaka. And we're down to 12. 3 down. So we have an even number now, which is very interesting as well. It makes it hard to do a final trial if you just have 2 people left. And I got a bat. Okay. And yeah, that's one that fits a character that's dead now, which is pretty funny. Do you want to save the data? Yeah, sure. And with that, we are done with Chapter 1. Alright, and that is going to be it for this part of Danganronpa. I already saw right there that we were in Chapter 2 right there, so I'm not going to go any further forward with that. And yeah, that was the first case in the game. And like I said, it's a pretty good start to the overall series, like I said. Obviously, I do expect cases to get a lot harder later on. Yes, I did go through that case relatively easy because I have technically played it before many years ago. But I also just feel like it was a case that really did kind of spoon-feed you a lot of the information right then and there. You know, like a lot of it was pretty obvious to figure out, that I feel like even a first-time player, even if you have no experience with these kind of, you know, murder mystery type of games, these cases like in Ace Attorney or Danganronpa or anything else, I feel like a majority of people could relatively put that case together quite easily without needing to, get a game over or anything like that. But yeah, this was a very interesting one. Like I said, Sayaka was, you know, a character. Obviously, a lot of her time spent together did feel like a lot of manipulation tactics right there. I felt a lot like, you know, she's stringing Makoto along for one reason or another. It's hard to tell if she ever had the intent on killing before the tapes came out and then she got desperate. And like I said, I do feel like Makoto did probably unintentionally implant the idea of killing someone and framing it on him, because he did say the words that, you know, he would be there for her in any capacity and he would get her out of there. And so she took it as him just being, you know, willing to take the fall for her in a way, and as a result make everyone fall in the same act. But yeah, like I said, it was an interesting case. And yeah, her character was kind of interesting. Like I said, it's hard to really judge Leon and Sayaka and even Junko as well, since they are characters that were very much meant to die very early on, you know, and so there isn't a whole lot to them. I know I didn't spend any free time with Leon, but that is kind of the crutch of the system in free time, is that you are dependent on the game's RNG factor to, you know, how you spend your time. Like I said, despite the fact that I did, you know, I am most interested in Kyoko, Celeste, and Tagami. I only had a present in the time that I knew was for Kyoko, and then I had no idea who anyone else was, so I just might as well have went for someone else, you know. But I feel like next episode I will have a lot more freedom in that sense, because I have a lot of mono coins now. You know, the trials give you the coins themselves, and I assume 97 coins is more than enough presents to carry me throughout the entirety of Chapter 2. But I also suspect that Chapter 2 will have a lot more free time moments in it, since it probably won't be as linear as Chapter 1 was, because obviously, you know, you're learning the basics of the game right now. We kind of know the basics of the game right now, and like I said, I'm curious to see how that goes forward. I still don't really get the skill points that I get from the presents, you know, because I didn't use the one I had in this trial in particular, so I don't really get how they work, and I also didn't equip any. But if I get some that sound particularly useful, you know, I might do that. I might do that later on to see what I can get, you know. And yeah, it was still a really fun case, but there is obviously a lot of foreshadowing here, a lot of build up to stuff. I am getting the kind of vibes of like Squid Game, in the case of where, you know, Monokuma's speech pattern and his way of speaking is very interesting. It very much makes it seem like, you know, he go down the route of entertainment. He brought up the entertainment industry. He brings up, you know, the idea of despair and whatnot. And of course, the very clear message he gave of everyone watching this makes it seem like, you know, this game, this scenario, the lives of everyone are being broadcasted to people beyond just the singular mastermind that's controlling Monokuma. You know, it very much feels like a certain group of individuals are watching this in like a way of a TV show, you know, because it's a case of when there's real stakes and when this is really reality TV, you know, where people die and people's lives are on the line. It adds a certain excitement factor, you know, a rush of adrenaline that you just won't get in any other cases, because this is the case of where people are dying, and as you know that people are giving it their 100% all, and it's, you know, that sick, twisted sense of humor where people see that, you know, the most gruesome part of life, you know, is the most entertainment you'll get out of life in some kind of way. It's that kind of philosophy there, and as a result, Monokuma has been designed to carry out that, you know, as much as he can throughout these children, you know, and I'm really curious to see how we go forward with that, you know, because obviously he had one trick up his sleeve to get someone to kill, which was, of course, you know, reveal a possible truth about what's going on in the outside world to them. Again, it's still unclear whether that is a case. I'm really curious if we'll learn by the end of the game, regardless of who's dead or not, if we'll see how many of their truths were real or were just bait out, like if Sayaka's was just bait out or whatever. I'm curious if we'll end up seeing what the case is with that. But obviously I'm curious to see what other temptation factors he has to bring people, you know, into killing again, because obviously no one's going to be doing it for quite a while in Trial 2, and I'm really curious to see, you know, what he has up his sleeve to make someone do it again and who it will be, you know. But this, like I said, this was a very fun case. Like I said, it was very lenient, it was very obvious what was happening, and obviously Sayaka's character was interesting. They played it in the way to where people would think she would be the secondary character to Makoto, although obviously the most mystery in the game is around Kyoko. She felt like the secondary character in Makoto is kind of group, you know, but obviously this trial set up to the case to where that is not the case. Anyone and everyone can die and will die at a certain point, you know, and I'm really curious by the time we get to the final chapter, just how many characters are gone, because I genuinely do not think it would just be left to, honestly, Kyoko and Makoto left. I feel like there may be more characters left, even if it's not the ones, you know, that are obvious, because on a glimpse of this chapter, you know, the most intelligent and the most adaptable characters are obviously Kyoko, Byakuya, and Celeste. But it's a case of where, you know, even Celeste herself got quite a bit wrong in this case in her interpretations of certain things, you know. So it's a case of where, really, I would say anyone other than Kyoko is up for debate on if they go or not. You know, you can kind of infer who's going to last longer than others, but I feel like, certain ones are allowed, pretty much anyone other than her is going to go and in the up until the final chapter, and then I just have no idea what's going to go on at all. But yeah, this was honestly really fun. I know that, again, it's non-blind stuff at the moment, and even I played a little of Chapter 2, but I genuinely don't remember where I got up to, and even then, in comparison to Chapter 1, I haven't seen who the final culprit is in Chapter 2, so I really don't have a good memory on this chapter as well. It didn't leave a big impression because I didn't finish it, and so I'm curious to see what's going to happen. But like I said, throughout the next part and probably the next couple, I imagine I'll get my own free time to decide who I get to choose. And I can guarantee I will be spending some time with Kyoko because not only does she feel like the character that's going to spend the most time in the game alive, she's also the one that, story-wise is building into Makoto. That I want to learn more about her. Celeste is a character, Byakuya is a character. Other than the obvious ones, though, I don't know who I'm really that interested in. Mondo's a good choice. Sakura, honestly, another good one in my opinion. But I'm really curious to see, who I choose. Because again, I'm going to get a lot more items next time anyway, so we'll see what happens there. And yeah. Going forward, though, it's obvious that Kyoko is interested in him. She said that he is kind of the glue that holds the group together, the person that, can react in the face of all the stuff that's happened to him specifically so far. But I also feel like it's a case of where, I think I said it earlier, that, certain characters are interested in Makoto because he is like the normie out of the group. Everyone has their niche, but Makoto really doesn't. Celeste is curious how his luck factor plays into her own luck factor as being a gambler, but Kyoko seems to want to harness the luck stat that, Makoto has, as she sees it as kind of the key to getting them all out of here, or at least getting more people than just one out of here, and likely wants to harness that in her own way to ensure that we beat the mastermind, but also kind of possibly get him out of here so that she can guide him into and probably mentor him in the same direction that she's going, because it's obvious she's some kind of, detective, police force, FBI agent, assassin, and with a vague stat like the ultimate lucky student, that can pretty much go in any kind of profession, any kind of profession out there. So obviously she kind of wants him in that kind of regard, and I'm really curious to see how we end up going in that regard, I think it's going to be really cool. Like I said, I'm really curious and I'm really hyped to get into Kyoko's whole gimmick in the future. But yeah, so guys, that was the conclusion to Chapter 1 of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I had a good time. Obviously, we'll be getting into more blind turf next time, and I hope you guys are excited about it. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.